Welcome back. Podcast number 3 with Mr. Curry. So if you want to give a proper introduction, where did you go to high school and what do you do here at Martin High School?
All right, so I was a Martin High School graduate in 2012. When I graduated, I ended up getting a degree from Western Michigan University. From there, I started my teaching career at Gull Lake for a couple years, and then same position at Martin opened up, and it was my time to come home. So I'm glad to be back here. And so now I was a PE and health teacher. Now I've transitioned into being the assistant principal.
Did you like being the gym teacher?
The what?
Did you like being a gym teacher?
Yeah, PE was great.
PE?
Yeah, PE was great. I did PE and health. So I was 9th grade health teacher and middle school, high school physical education teacher. That was a lot of fun, playing sports with the kids, getting them attuned to their health, keeping them active, having fun with them.
Since I guess you were a gym teacher, did you play any sports in high school?
PE teacher?
Or PT? PE teacher, same thing.
Did
Did you play any sports in high school, and what sports?
Yes, so I played baseball, football, and wrestling until high school. And then in high school, I wrestled and then played football.
Okay, were you any good at wrestling since you're a wrestling coach too, right?
I am the wrestling coach, yeah.
Were you good?
I was all right. I took 3rd in state as a senior, so pretty good.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Football, just as good.
Okay.
No, not really. We'll talk about that later, I'm sure.
So now that you're not a PE teacher and we know you as a principal now, what made you decide to why'd you take the role? Like, why'd you go into principal instead of staying as a PE teacher?
So honestly, it wasn't really even on my radar. When I got here, the position opened up 3 times in 3 years, and I just felt that I needed to bring some consistency, not just to our staff, but also our students. There's a lot of turnover, and that's not always fair to the kids and the teachers. And so I plan to be here for the long haul, and so I just thought that was a position that I could take on and be consistent and effective for our teachers and students.
That's good. Do you when you were in high school, did you ever think you were going to be the principal of the high school that you were going to attending to?
Not a chance.
No?
No.
Did you like school when you were in high school?
Yeah, I like school. Yeah, I had a really good class, and so we had a lot of fun together, and we were good students, pretty good athletically, but no, we had a good group. So I really enjoyed my time here, which is part of the reason why I came back to try and give students that same experience that I had.
Is that kind of like a dream come true? Because I feel like I go here now, if I had the opportunity to be a principal at the same school I went to, I feel like that'd be a dream come true.
Yeah, it was. It was kind of full circle. When I first started going to college, I was actually trying to be an athletic director. Quickly found out that really wasn't for me. And so I went down the teaching path, and it was always my dream and goal to be back here.
Yeah. Is there any staff that are here now that were with you or teaching you when you were in high school?
Yeah, quite a few actually.
Does it feel weird, I guess, not being a boss, but being a higher level than the teachers that you were once getting taught by?
Yeah, so that's an odd scenario, isn't it?
Yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
So I think it helps that we have a mutual respect for each other. And so, there's no animosity for me being their boss now. There's still that same respect that I had for them and that they have for me. So that helps the situation.
Nice. I guess change topics. We go into sports now.
Yeah, so
talk about it.
Sports-wise, you're the wrestling coach.
Yep.
How long have you been the wrestling coach here at Martin?
This is my 5th year here. I believe 5th year here. So I was a co-head coach with Coach Boyd, who was the coach since like 1991. We were co-coach first year, and then after that I took over. So 4 years.
When did you guys co-op with Climax?
So that started in 2015. So
Okay.
3 years after I graduated.
So
Okay.
that's quite a bit.
Yeah, so they were together
That's a
for
long
10
time,
years. They were
so-
10-year team, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you think that the separation caused a little bit of tension between you guys, or is it gonna be very competitive now? Or
I think the people who are in the program, between the coaches and the athletes, I don't think that there's any animosity. I think that there are some people on the outside looking in that cause some tension or try and cause some tension that's not really there. The athletes between Martin and Climax have a great respect for each other. I have a great relationship with their coaches. And so from the inside, no, there's going to be no hard feelings or anything like that. But I do think that some people on the outside looking in try to stir up the fire a little bit.
So what ultimately led to the separation?
So the main reason is we had too many kids on the team. So in wrestling, when the postseason comes, you're only allowed to enter 14 kids. So your whole team, you can only put 14 kids into the postseason. But we had 34 kids on the team. So we had 20 kids that weren't allowed to do anything with the postseason, and I didn't think that was fair. And so when you kind of outgrow the co-op, the main reason they got together was we had like 3 or 4 kids on the team. They had 3 or 4 kids on the team, and so they kind of came together, and their goal was to both build a program that could be sustaining on their own, and we got to a point where it just made sense to split.
Do you think the split caused like any weight, like how do I say it, weight wrestler problems? Like, are you missing any weights that Climax has, and then are they missing any weights that we have?
Well, it depends, Mr. Romero, on a weight class that you might be.
I don't know. It's slowly building into me, but I don't know yet for sure.
Yeah, they for sure have some kids that we would have used for sure. We're always looking for bigger bodies, and so if we can find some kids in the halls that fill those weight classes, that's what we're going to try and do. But for the most part, we're going to be full. There might be just 2 weight classes up at the top that we're going to need to find, but we'll be pretty solid all the way throughout.
I would have thought the same thing. It's like if 2 teams got together and then they just separated, it would have caused some problems. But
Yeah.
So we've been to Team State, 4 years in a row? Is that right, or is that 3?
So 3.
3?
Yep.
And this is the first. So this is the first time we're going into wrestling season without co-op. Do you think we're going to have a better shot at Team State this year, or do you think it's really just going to be the same whether we...
And I want your opinion as an outsider, not as a coach. So let's say you weren't coach and you've seen Martin and Climax separate. What are your, do you think we're going to make it far?
If I was on the outside looking in...
And be honest, because, you're a coach. But
So the question is, do I think that we have the same shot or...
Yes, better, same, or less?
Obviously, there's less of a shot because when you put 2 teams together, right, they have some kids that we could use. We have kids that they could use. And so it lowers the chances to make it back to Wings Event Center. But do I think we have a shot? Oh, well, I'm not a coach, though, right? I would say that people on the outside looking in aren't giving us a shot at all. I've talked to some media outlets, other coaches. They're already predicting wins over us. And so on the outside looking in, no, they're not giving us a shot to make it back at all.
Does that kind of build like a chip, as someone say, like a chip on your shoulder, like you have to prove everyone wrong? Because we have a good group of guys for the wrestling team. And, I personally, as a student, I think that we have a big shot at making it back to state. But does that kind of...
Yeah, I think it fuels the kids a little bit. Right now, most of our kids are focused on football right now, which is awesome. But when football's over, I think that they are going to have a chip on their shoulder. I think that a lot of people are counting them out. A lot of people aren't giving them a shot. And honestly, a lot of our kids on our team are very excited just to be Martin and have our own team. And I think it's gonna have them wrestle with a chip on their shoulder all year.
Do you think being the principal of and not just the coach builds a stronger relationship than just being the coach of the wrestlers?
Yeah, I'm blessed to be in the building, and same with the other coaches that coach here that also work in the building. But it gives you an opportunity to build a relationship with the students, not just in the sport, but also in their everyday lives. And so I'm grateful that I get to work at the school that I coach at, so that I can see my kids on an everyday basis. I can kind of keep a closer eye on them. They might not like that as much, but it definitely
that new phone policy. You
you like that?
No,
you like that?
Nobody likes it.
What? Come on. But you guys are actually talking to each other now. That's kind of cool.
That
Like I walk around at lunch and no one's on their phones. Everybody's hanging out, talking, learning how to socialize.
Now, this is more of a coaching question. How do you handle conflict situations, conflicts in between coaches, staff, and parents? I don't know how to phrase it, but
So conflicts between my coaching staff.
Yes. How would you
So I'm really blessed. We have a really good coaching staff. Most of our coaches actually are graduates of Martin, and so, a lot of times at the high school level or middle school level, the conflict arises when people aren't as bought in, especially like you have to be all in all the time. And at the middle school and high school level, you don't always get coaches that are all in. But to have so many coaches who are Martin grads, everybody's all in all the time, and I'm very blessed to work with coaches who we really have no conflict at all ever, and if we do, we're close enough that we can just have a grown up conversation about it.
Do you think your team state run helped build a wrestling community up than it was before those state runs you guys had?
Yeah, I think that we've always had a really good wrestling community. They're part of the reason why we were co-op is because we had a really great youth program, but it was more ran as like an elite club, and so there were kids traveling from all over. Some of those kids went to Martin, and then by the time they got to high school, they went and competed elsewhere, and so it kind of left our numbers lower than what they should have been. But we've always had great support from the community. We've had competitive teams. We've been to Team State a bunch of times. We've had 23 state champions in our program history, and it's hard to get just one, and so to have 23, that's a pretty cool accomplishment.
That's a pretty big number, especially for being
For
a
the size
smaller
we are.
being a smaller
Yeah.
school. That's quite a big number.
Was your high school class bigger than ours now?
I had 33 in my class.
What do-
Only by
have
7.
what?
We
yeah,
have
you had
40,
40.
40
Yeah,
something.
Yeah, last year's was 52.
Golly.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now going back onto like principal wise.
What
Like-
advice would you give to anyone trying to become a principal, like with the ultimate goal to be a principal?
So I think a lot of people get into education, to try and be a role model for students and to be a role model for kids. I know that growing up, one of the main reasons I got back into education and I'm in the position I am now is because growing up, I felt like there weren't a ton of male role models in the school system, not just in Martin, but in general. I did some student teaching at places, and there'd be like 2 guys in the whole building. And so part of my passion and part of my drive is to be a positive role model for all my students. But it also gives, not just boys, but girls too, a positive role model to look up to that's a male.
That's a good answer.
Yeah, I mean, is there anything people don't know or realize about being a school principal? Like, is there something that
There's a lot of meetings. A lot of meetings. There's a lot more that goes on behind the scenes that a lot of people don't really know happen, and so there's a lot of planning, a lot of getting ready for the school year, planning for graduation and planning for, everything that happens. But honestly, that's the main thing that people don't really realize is all the things that happen behind closed doors.
are meetings the only downside about being a principal or no?
Oh no.
No, there's more than that.
Yeah, it's all good, right? I think the biggest difference between my teaching role and where I am now as a principal is I work with a lot more at-risk students now. And a lot of the conversations that I have, unfortunately, start as a negative. They're in my office for disciplinary reasons or for grades or for attendance issues. But it's about trying to turn that negative into a positive and trying to get that kid back on track. So I would say I work with the whole building, whereas when I was a teacher, I'd work with 25 kids at a time.
Yeah.
And now, I'm working with everybody. So
Since I guess you work with the whole building, I bet you have some tough days, right?
yeah.
What do you do to go home? What do you do to calm down? Any hobbies outside of school you do? Like decompress after school.
So decompress. Wrestling really helps with that. Getting a workout in with the team or lifting with the team. So that's one way I decompress. But another way is just the car ride home. Listen to music, calming down.
What kind of music you listen?
Kind of depends on the day. I honestly listen to a little bit of everything.
A
little bit of everything. Yeah, a little bit of everything. Mainly country, but
Yeah.
depends on how I'm feeling that day. I might go a little R&B or a little rock. A little bit.
A little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Soothes the soul.
And then when
Yeah.
the music's hitting, you take the long way home, so you get more of the music.
Yeah, the back roads.
Yeah.
Back roads the way it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Besides like wrestling, any hobbies outside of school you do that, or there's something that we don't know about you that you do? Like Any fun facts or anything?
So I used to golf quite a bit. That lasted a couple summers. But really, I mean, outside of wrestling and being a principal, my hobbies are being with my wife and the twins, and they take up a lot of time. And so I go home and I get to hang out with the 2-year-olds and my wife. So that's a really cool thing. Spend a lot more time at parks now than what I did before.
Is that all you? Instead of watching wrestling, you go to parks with the kids.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Instead of
you could
watching
always
filmies at the park.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Hopefully a couple years from now they'll be in the wrestling room too. So
Yeah, that's good.
So, going back to the whole sports thing, growing up in Martin, going to Martin, you've kind of watched the community fall, grow, fade away a little bit. How do you feel the community has grown? Do you like the way we've grown, the community has grown? Or what is the difference between the community now compared to when you were in school?
I honestly, as far as community support, I don't know if there's much of a difference. I will say that one of the greatest things about Martin is our community support for everything that the school does. Listen, I'm telling you, you guys, your football team is a little different than ours. You guys put up 72 on people. People put up 72 on us every single game. So we had the running clock all the time put on us. We lost every football game, but you wouldn't know that by the crowds. Like our crowds were still packed all the time. Like I remember we lost the game, Marcellus, 48-24. And 24 is a lot for us. Like we would score like 6 a game sometimes. But
not even with like an extra field goal, it'd be like a 7. It was just 6 points.
Yeah.
I would have thought about like 6-7 points maybe.
Yeah.
So
no, it was tough for us to get 3 yards. So 2-point conversions weren't happening. No, but
that's when I realized wing T don't work no more.
We lost that game 48-24, and the team all jogged up to the locker room, and everyone's like honking their horns at us and like really proud of us because we played in a really tough conference. We were 11-man. We only had like 14 guys on the team, and so we really struggled. But through that, the question about community, like they were always there for us. Even away games, like we would have more fans than the home team a lot of times, and we were bad, and we see that now. You guys kick butt. You guys win a lot of football games, and we go to away games, and it's like it's our home.
Mm-hmm.
Like everywhere we go, we pack the stands, so it's awesome.
I think that's being an athlete or a student here and seeing the community pop out to every game. That's like, it means a lot. I know as an athlete and you're running out in the field and you just see the entire crowd and they're all cheering, not only just for you, but everyone around you. They're not cheering for the team, they're cheering for the school. I mean, but like it just feels, it's amazing to see, it's amazing to feel. Very blessed to have the community.
Yeah, we have the best
I think
community.
we all are.
Yeah.
Like it's amazing.
I feel like our community makes losses feel as a win, like a win.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As a like.
Well, like the tornado. I mean, that was a big loss for our town.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And we turned it into
I was
everybody's
in the
helping.
tornado when it was happening.
Yeah, it's scary, right? Yeah,
something.
scary. But that was a negative thing that happened to our community, and the next day everybody rallied and helped each other out. It was awesome.
Yeah. I know last playoff game when we lost to Mendon, one thing I did after the game is I was just scrolling through Facebook, and I was scrolling through Martin Pride, and every single comment from everybody in Martin Pride was, "You guys had such a great season. Sorry to see it. Sorry to see this." And it was just the community like telling us how good we did, though I felt like we didn't play the best.
Yeah.
Like I felt we played the worst game of our season. Like I just felt a loss like that hurts.
It hurts.
It hurts
a lot.
for
a long time.
And just seeing the community support and rally around a loss like that after what our 2 seasons before were like really meant a lot. So it made that loss not hurt as much.
Yeah.
For sure. So
they're like an extension of the team almost.
Yeah.
Like I go back to the last few years that we went to Team State for wrestling. Like we had bigger crowds than a lot of Division I schools.
Like at that K-Wing event center, last year,
that was packed.
It
was packed.
Yeah,
that was my first one I went to, and I was like, I might start coming to these.
Our section was a lot bigger than what.
Awesome.
the bigger,
other
even
schools
the
had,
bigger
so-
schools had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ours was more packed than all.
Yeah, we got a shout out for Michigan Grapplers, like the biggest media outlet for wrestling,
Yep.
and they gave our crowd a shout out for like being the loudest and the best
Yeah.
all weekend. So
Seen
it's
that.
pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, going back to the topic as a principal, if you had an unlimited budget, like, what would you do for the school or anything in here? Like, what would you spend it on?
Well, if we had an unlimited budget,
On no limit. Take my credit card. I'll give you my card if you want an unlimited budget.
I don't know if that's unlimited, is it? If I'm taking your card.
One swipe and it's done. But yeah, if you had an unlimited budget, what would you do? What would you spend it on?
I mean, there are a lot of needs in every school district. You know, I think that we would provide any resources or materials that teachers need, help out the teachers. But then on top of that, you know, there's a lot of things that you students want and need, and I think that, you know, if we could have unlimited money, we would definitely take care of you. But you know what that looks like, I'm not 100% sure. I would just make sure that everything's equitable.
Yeah.
There's fairness across the board, but that we pour resources into our staff and students to make sure that this building flows the way it should.
Now, as a regular citizen, if you had an unlimited budget, what would you spend it on? Let's say you were home and somebody just drops off.
If I'm not
A school
if
principal
I'm not
or
a school
nothing.
principal, well, I would build a state of the art facilities for all sports.
Okay.
I would build a state of the art educational setting for all students and staff. And I would just make sure that we had the top of the line for everything. You know, bigger wrestling room, you know, keep adding on to the weight room, but that all sports get whatever they need and all academic programs get whatever they need.
Yeah. Talking about the weight room, we got RTI workouts now. So if you're listening and you got a high school student, middle school student, I don't know if you want to explain the schedule, if you know about it, or
So I believe they're gonna do Mondays and Wednesdays are high school, from 2:35 to 3:15, and then Tuesdays and Thursdays are gonna be middle school, from 2:35
teaching
to
technique and form,
3:15.
and
Yeah,
then
more
slowly-
body weight stuff. Get them. Yeah,
And slowly add a weight to the bar, and we'll be the strongest school out there.
that's the plan. That's the plan. I think that's one area that we've
Yeah.
lacked in all sports. Really is our strength, but
Yeah.
looking to improve on it.
Did you watch the NFL this weekend?
I didn't.
No.
No,
You
no, we-
missed out.
That
I-
Cowboys
You
game,
missed out.
that was a good.
Yeah,
game.
we were at South Haven at the beach for a little while, so letting the kids swim, and
Yeah.
Did you go swimming too or no?
I was in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't go all the
He
way
was
in, though.
floating. He was just
Yeah.
floating
Up
there.
to my knees. Yeah.
You scared you didn't drown?
Yeah.
The big lake's scary, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
don't
know
blame
those
him.
waves coming.
Yeah, it was warm this weekend too.
Yeah,
That
it was like
was,
80 degrees, I think, all
yeah.
weekend. So it was like
Well,
perfect.
last
for
week it was from highs of like 65.
Yeah, it was
67
like
maybe.
fall weather all
Yeah.
last week, and now
And
it's
then Friday,
summer
Saturday,
again.
Sunday,
I
it was
know.
just high 80s. That sucked.
I think it's supposed to be warm this week too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna suck for the game and practices.
Speaking
this
of the
week.
game, how we feeling?
It's gonna be a big,
We're
big,
pumped.
Big week. Yeah.
Pumped.
Yeah. It's a fun one.
Rivalry week.
Definitely
So-
need to go over details and just everything else.
Yeah, so last week we kind of knew what to expect,
Yeah.
like from the team last week Friday, and we were like kind of just put it all into details and focused on the basic stuff for this week. And I think we all know what we have to do. We've lost 2 years in a row now to Gobles in the regular season,
Mhm.
and we're not a team that to just lose. Like, we shouldn't lose like that in the regular season. So I think we all know what this game means to us. So we're looking to go in and win, hopefully. But yeah, I think everyone's pumped up.
Yeah,
We're
it'll be
ready
a
to
fun
roll.
one. Fun one at
Yeah, it'll be
Gobles.
fun.
Are you going?
Oh yeah, I'll be there
That'd be,
at
yeah.
Gobles. Yep.
It's gonna
Gotta
be.
love it.
Yeah, I feel like that's
These are the games. You know, all those summer
Yep,
workouts, all
yep.
those extra lifts. You know, this is why you do all that
that's what
stuff.
it's
Is
for.
for games like this, ranked number 1 and number 2 in the state. You know, this is why you play the game. I
Yeah,
think.
we are number 2, 1
Yeah.
and 2, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is
So-
why you play the game.
It's Friday. Kickoff's at 7. Make sure you pull up at Gobles.
I don't know what the student section team is. If you guys know it, Camo
Camo.
out.
We do student section away themes
Yeah.
too. Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't
we
know
do
that.
them for
Every
every
I
game.
didn't know that.
Every game. So What is your favorite college football team or
Oh.
college sport team? I should say.
Oh, the University of Michigan, go blue.
Heck yeah,
Go blue.
Go blue.
Yeah, we're
One of your
what we got?
your state champion of 2 years ago. Your 133 weight class would say different.
132.
Halen.
Yeah, Halen.
He's a
He doesn't know football.
Buckeyes.
He doesn't know football.
When he
Real
said-
football.
When he hears Michigan, he says go Ohio.
Well, he's wrong. Yeah, I mean,
He's a Buckeyes.
you know they've we've kind of had their number recently. They've had these all-star players and this all-star team, and they can't beat our mediocre team.
How do you think James Underwood, right?
Bryce Underwood.
Bryce Underwood,
Yeah.
same thing.
Yeah,
Bryce
he's
Un-
young.
It's not the same.
He's young. I mean,
Bryce
he was
Underwood.
just 17,
Yeah.
and he's playing on that stage and that level. I know that I would crumble for sure.
I'm the same age as Bryce.
yeah,
Underwood.
same. Yeah,
Like that's
And you're running
that's
a high
cr-
school podcast.
that's crazy. Like he's 18 making however much money
oh, he's
playing.
making plenty of money. Yeah,
Like at the college level, that's I don't know.
and he's
that's
good. I mean,
crazy.
he'll be really good.
Yeah.
You know, in a couple years, that I have no doubt he's going to bring a national championship back to Michigan.
First
we
year.
gotta get him some weapons though.
Yeah.
We gotta get him
we
some more
need.
weapons.
Yeah. I think Michigan did a really good job in the recruiting this
Yeah.
year. They had,
Mhm.
I think they had the highest recruiting class.
The top
This
10
year.
probably. Yeah,
Like they had but like we definitely need wide receivers, running backs, and I think we need more.
we got some
we
running
need,
backs, but receivers we need to upgrade.
Yeah, we need Will Johnson back.
That would be sweet.
We need Will Johnson back.
He's killing it right now in the
I
NFL.
know it looks so good. Speaking of the NFL, what are your thoughts on Travis Hunter?
You know, he's not done a ton yet. I saw he had a couple catches this weekend for like 30 yards. Are they playing on both sides already?
Mhm.
Just a little bit. Not the whole game though, right?
No,
Mainly
so-
offense is what I heard.
It's his first game of the season. He played mainly offense and had like 2 snaps on defense. And then this week he played Cincinnati, and he has more snaps on defense than he will on offense.
Okay,
So he's going up against Jamar Chase,
I know.
which is
Chase went
crazy. Yeah,
Jamar, yeah, Jamar
That-
Chase
that's
went off
crazy.
this weekend.
he did very good.
He's on my
So,
fantasy team, so
for
I'm
all
real-
those fantasy
real-
people out
yeah,
there,
I'm real proud.
whoever picked up Jamar Chase, you're lucky.
He was bad week 1, but he was good this week.
Jamar Chase dropped me 40 points last year.
That
every
one,
week, every
Tesla
game.
dude on the Lions. The
Oh,
one-handed
Isaac
catches.
Tesla.
I missed that.
First
weeks in-
2 receptions of the NFL.
One-handed.
One-handed grabs.
Yeah. I mean, I got all my questions in. I don't know if you got any more.
What are your thoughts on the Lions this year? Are they going to be good?
I was a little concerned week 1. Not gonna lie to you, and I don't
Yeah.
think the Bears are very good. So I don't know how much we know about the Lions yet.
I don't know.
I
Green
think
Bay look good.
Green Bay looks good.
Green Bay looks good.
Yeah.
I hate to say Green Bay looks good, but they do look good. So I think there's a lot of underdog teams from last year that are going to really pop off this year in the NFL. So I don't know. I think Buffalo's going to see their first Super Bowl this year. And I think if Lions don't figure out their O-line situation, then it's just going to be a
We
bust.
gonna make the playoffs.
If we can't figure out our O-line
Oh
situation.
boy.
Our defense looks good. I mean,
Yeah, but another team that gave us problem was Packers. Their defense was pretty
They're good. Yeah.
Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah.
So,
But like also we have 3 rookie linemen on the Lions. So I mean, I don't know. You just got to give it to
It's a
them.
tough thing. You gotta give them some time.
Got to give them some time. But hopefully they work out the kinks and they're ready to roll next weekend.
so yeah, I think that's it for today.
You got it.
Coming out, making time for us.
Ain't no problem. Thanks for
I
having
know on
me.
your
feel
busy
like,
schedule.
I feel like a legend being on the Clipper cast.
And I know you guys can't see it, but the first 10 minutes of this podcast, Curry was sweating.
It's
He
hot.
was a
He was
little-
shaking.
It is hot in
I
here.
had to turn a fan on for him
It's hot
because
in
he
here.
was
It's
sweating.
about
and
100
he was-
degrees. I had to wipe
shivering.
the sweat from my forehead.
Well, thanks for joining us today. Make sure to follow us on Instagram and TikTok, _Clipper_cast. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for weekly uploads of podcasts. We are trying to get video out as soon as possible. We're trying to fix our camera. But thanks for joining us, and we'll see you in the next one.